Hey everyone, my name is Palgun. That's Sujay.
Hi.
Sujay is a customer slash half employee, volunteers whenever we need help. Okay, so we're really excited to record this video because we just play tested Biomes of Nilgris. I think it's going to go live on Kickstarter in a couple of days or weeks from now. This is the second time I'm playing. I've played the first version in Tea Talks that happened in Bangalore in Jan 2024. That prototype itself was extremely intriguing. The gameplay was great. Siddhant is one of my favorite game designers. We published one game that he's designed, which is Chai Garam, which is a super hit across the world now. And this, believe me, I think. What do you think? It's going to be a super hit as well.
Yeah, it is definitely.
So me and Sujay got to play the base edition of the game. We didn't play with the expansions and the missions that are there in the game. The production quality of this itself is brilliant. You know, the card, the artwork, and everything is just beautiful. Yeah, the setup took a bit longer than I expected, but that's because it's the first time we're doing it. There are quite a lot of tokens and things like that we had to sort, and it's a Siddhant's game. This game is actually published by Blue Encore. Shelly is also one of the co-designers of the game. Both of them come with a lot of experience in designing Euro strategy games, medium, heavy kind of games. And both of them, have published a lot of their own games on Kickstarter, on crowdfunding platforms. They've done great. So this is the second game for both of them. What would you say from how thematic the game is?
First, to say that I love the artwork.
Yeah,
the artwork is brilliant.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It just takes you to that.
Yes, and then when I'm
Nilgris.
exploring new terrain, new biomes,
Yeah.
and how the whole play area expands into another
Yeah.
beautiful
Yeah.
artwork. Yeah, that's amazing.
He was busy exploring and so this game has a very interesting objective. Basically, the objective is to conserve. You're trying to conserve species, you're trying to conserve biomes. So you're moving from place to place, learning a bit about every place, and this knowledge is helping you in conserving all of these places and also the species. You learn a lot about the species. Every species has it's very nice. I mean, other than the artwork and the iconography, I really like the small symbols they've used to show if it's a rare creature or a rare species. How rare they are. So it's very cool. So like, for example, Asiatic elephants were like super rare. You have to conserve them, and they're at the brink of extinction of sorts. It's very nice, especially what did you think of the asymmetric setup? Do you think this setup changes every time?
Yeah,
when
it does. That makes it more interesting, right? And then moving from one field station to another field station is a very good advantage, which I don't.
He was the one who was abusing that particular power.
So yes.
Yeah, so we had a bit of a learning curve because again, this is the prototype edition which is being play tested. This is like the -1 edition that we call. This is before it goes into production, and a lot of other people are going to play test on Tabletopia anyway. But it felt so good playing this version of the game with physical components, moving things, and instead of playing it on on Tabletopia or TTS, the components. This itself is great. I think they've done a fantastic job. The artwork, the track, and everything looks beautiful. Attention to detail with respect to illustrations and graphic design is just brilliant. Small tweaks here and there, but 99% I think it's fantastic. We found a couple of overpowering things here and there. I think it's just a matter of adding another line in the rule book. I'm going to be sharing this with Siddhant and Shelly after this video. But overall, what was the strategy that you followed?
Just collect resources.
Yeah,
And just
he had truckloads of resources by the end of the game. I had like just 4 or 5 tokens, XP, experience tokens, that is.
and I focused more on the sustainability track for a reason. I don't know what reason. I thought it's going to give me a lot of points.
Yeah, it's right in your face. So like it takes almost 1/3 of the board. So it's in
So
your
I
face.
was the first to do all those things.
Yeah, I was actually very worried, and then I just did a quick look and analyze what are the fastest ways to go up the point track, and I just focused on that. Conserving, playing the cards, and conserving the biomes and the species. So I focused on that.
We were neck to neck.
Yeah, it was neck to neck. It was
Yes,
neck to neck for
but
sure.
at the end, you got like an advantage using the
I
equipment.
definitely thought you're going to win because you had truckloads of resources.
Yeah, I did.
A lot of. So he might be the most knowledgeable, explorer compared to me. But
Yes,
because
I
you had so
explored a
many
lot
tokens.
of places.
Yeah.
I conserved a lot of places.
Yeah,
And
one
also-
thing we forgot during the game, which we figured out midway, is one that the rupee token or the funding
Correct,
token.
we didn't know that.
Yeah, is a wild card kind of a thing, which can be used as any XP. That can actually be pretty overpowering.
Yes, yes. I can
Because
just keep.
every time you explore, you get a rupee. I mean the funding token.
Correct.
So yeah, some of the things which I felt is the rare animals. It was really easy to score +6 eco points on that. With just 4 XP tokens, probably make that a little tough because it was way too easy. It was just about luck. If one of those cards came here or you drew the card and you got like a because I just checked with Siddhant, he said that all of the species cards max out at 4 max XP.
Correct, yeah.
So since you can actually use a rupee, the funding token as a wild card, it makes it a lot more easier. Another overpowering thing that we noticed is because he was playing the exploration, action a lot more than me. He started keeping all the overpowering ones next to him, like those.
Which one?
The one where you can move back and forth, free
yeah.
action.
Free action and all these things.
And also getting free points.
Free victory points, yes.
So he would just keep roaming around there and keep getting points. I like the concept of doing 3 actions and one of them always going to be a movement action. One thing I felt was a bit of a hassle, and I've faced this in many other games where you are given this currency of sorts, which is basically 3 actions, and you have to keep saying it aloud, that I'm done with my first action, this is my second action. I wish there was an easier way to keep track of that. It's a tough thing.
But then there's chances you get extra mover.
You're right. So it's a bit of a bookkeeping, but it was a bit of a hassle. We kept losing track because we are in the part where we are resolving things, and some of the actions can actually take longer, even though it's just one action that you just spent. But I think it's just a operational thing, but which we can keep track of. But let's see. Probably we can figure out a way. But otherwise, I think it's fantastic. Thematic, yes. Gameplay, fantastic. We really enjoyed some of the game mechanics. It's very unique. It has Siddhant written all over it.
True.
The scoring mechanics, how you build an engine by using equipment, by playing equipment cards. And it's the nice thing is you have certain equipment cards dedicated to you as the character that you've chosen. So, which you did not notice, which I saw.
I did not use at all.
It's
you
very
took an
cool.
advantage of it.
Well, so basically I was just trying what are all the features available and how can I find a hack to score more. So yeah, there are like what do you say, influences on each other. We have seen that, like for example, you do this, it influences a particular direction that you're taking throughout the game. So pivoting that would be slightly difficult is what I thought. Like for example, I don't know how many people would actually sacrifice some of their resources for the equipment cards,
Correct.
right? And yeah, I mean, I like the concept of mid game. What you do during a mid game, it's very cool. Some of the symbology can be tweaked. It's still the prototype. That's cool. But I think 99% the game is there. We didn't play with the mission cards. It's actually very
Yeah,
cool.
the scenario ones.
Yeah, the scenarios look
The
very
advanced
cool.
scenarios,
I
yeah.
chose photographer as a character to start off because my past life I have spent 10 years as a photographer, and it was very cool. It's very interesting. I liked small mechanics that he's built into, where there's something called journaling, and journaling allows you to get more points, and this will not allow you to use those tokens. It's like you're making note of all your experiences, and then you go back to the field station and
Study.
dump all of that.
Yes.
It becomes like a resource for you going forward. It's very nice. It's like as if you gained small keys on the way to unlock that knowledge. So profound. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed the game. I think it has a lot of potential to be a fantastic Euro game. Actually, a gateway Euro game, I would suggest. Would you put this around Wingspan?
Yeah, definitely. Somewhere there.
There might be a little. A lot of things to keep track of.
Yeah.
One more thing I noticed is, why isn't there a cap on the supply? We need a cap on the supply. This guy had.
But it didn't matter at the end game, right? It
That's
did
because you
not
didn't conserve anything. You were focusing on the sustainability track.
Yeah.
I was busy conserving.
But
He
it
was only
did give me
picking
the
stuff.
photography and the fundraiser did give me.
Yeah, this gave you 6 points. I earned
I got
points
10
from that,
points.
so-
I got 4 plus 6, 10 points just because of the tokens.
Wait a second. Does this signify anything like 3?
No, it says most number of
That's
funds.
it. So
Yes.
it's not like you have to
No, doesn't matter.
cross that barrier, only then you're.
No.
Okay, then cool. Then yeah. But yeah, I had way too much fun beating this guy. First game, we generally
It
consider.
was close.
Winning is winning, dude.
62.
Winning is winning.
Okay, you were
I got
beyond.
62, you were at 57. So I always take a lot of pleasure when I defeat Sujay. So he knows that.
Because it rarely happens.
Yeah, that's true. All right. I hope this video helps, get the game funded well. I think this game really deserves to be in every home, especially every home in South India, because this is so close. We just
Yeah.
went to this place, T-Talks, Coimbatore, the one which just happened a couple of weeks back. It was in Nilgris. We drove through these places. It was so beautiful. Do you remember the forest, name of the forest? Tukar forest, huh? Tupar.
Something like that.
Tupar forest. It's in the Nilgiris, and the warnings were like, look out for cheetahs, look out for elephants, look out for peacocks.
Yeah, leopard crossing and all.
Leopards, not cheetah.
Leopard.
Leopards.
Yeah.
Though, yeah, there is a cheetah in India. Long story. But yeah, I think it's very close to our heart. We can, visualize those flowers like the rhododendrons, the beautiful flowers that you find. And it's called, what is it called? Kurinji. Yeah? Kurinji, I think. Yeah, he talks Tamil, so he knows.
My Tamil is like.
Yeah, but yeah, fantastic. Best of luck, guys. Best of luck, Siddhant and Shelly, if you guys are watching this, and all the playtesters who
Definitely
playtested the
buying
game.
on Kickstarter.
Me too. I'm taking the super deluxe one if
There
whatever
one,
that
yes.
is.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely buying the deluxe one. I love the way he's put a railway track. Nilgiris and
Correct,
Kunur is
correct.
that railway track.
And that
brings back
Ooty is
memories.
so on point.
Yeah. Somehow, if you can add mist or fog here, right, that will just make it super
Correct.
thematic. Probably we should play a game with
mist flowing on the table.
Yeah, just going like that and you're picking and you're
Yeah,
exploring.
we should, baby.
Man, that'd be super fun. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.
Bye bye. All the best.